So, you might notice that this Oregon Trail looks a bit different than the last one we did. We've got the glorious standard definition remaster here. That's actually probably still only 320 by 240. We've got this lovely Sound Blaster MIDI and VGA graphic. Actually, it's probably only EGA. Who are we kidding? But it's got full mouse support and a lot of enhancements to the gameplay. There are some other things that'll happen that we're not familiar with, but we'll still get plenty of diseases. Don't you worry about that part. But you'll also have all of the special powers your different professions had, you know, that everybody remembered for the game that they didn't exist yet in. So we've gone to the future of the 1840s. But anyways, hello, my name is Drew. I'm a blogger and a streamer for Damage Control, and you're watching Damage Control Live. This is my triumphant return stream after handling a move. I was doing my own westward expansion, Manifest Destiny, whatever you want to call it. We'll try to hang the history lessons, but there's only so much I can promise on that, given that we are in the throes of high-quality edutainment. So, what was it like to cross 2,000 miles of plains, rivers, and mountains in 1848? The Oregon Trail allows you to relive one of the greatest adventures in American history, going to the moon. Or, almost as good, the journey taken by thousands of immigrants on the Oregon Trail. It was a long, difficult journey, one that often resulted in failure and death in faking an M dash with 2 hyphens. But for those who succeeded, it led to a new and better life in the rich, fertile Willamette Valley of Oregon. How will you make life and death decisions? Or death and death decisions, as we shall soon discover. How will you cross the rivers? How much and what kind of supplies should you take along? If you run low on provisions, will you be able to hunt or trade to get the food you need? Hunt, usually. That hasn't changed. Will you overcome the dangers of disease and severe weather? The Oregon Trail poses these and other exciting challenges, if the price is right. So, if for some reason you don't survive, I can't say that with a straight face, your wagon burns, thieves steal your oxen, yeah, that happened last time, you run out of provisions or die of cholera. Not dysentery? Don't give up. Trust your instincts. Unlike the real pioneers of 1848, you can try again and again until you succeed, and your name is added to the Oregon Trail list of legends. The object of the Oregon Trail is to make it all the way from Independence, Missouri to Oregon's Willamette Valley, as you might have gathered earlier. Along the way, you'll have many decisions to make, as you also may have... Alright, this is just being redundant now. Now they're telling us how buttons work. Yeah. Alright, nothing we don't really already know, so let's just roll along. Alright, let's check into the options real quick. Oh, that's cool. We can zap people off the list of legends. Zap! Don't want to give ourselves too much of a challenge. Oh hey, we can set how much time we're allowed to hunt. 60 is probably way too long. Let's take that down a little. Alright, it's time to get rolling. Welcome to the Oregon Trail. You're about to begin a great adventure, traveling the Oregon Trail across the rugged landscape of North America. Your covered wagon, pulled by a team of oxen, will travel from Independence, Missouri to the fertile Willamette Valley of the Oregon Territory, a journey of approximately 2,000 miles. Before you set off on the trail, register your name and the names of the members of your wagon party and your occupation. After that, you'll need to buy supplies and make some other important decisions. Good luck! Okay, so we're starting off with me, but Ah, we've got two people. Where is the list of people in the chat? Aha, you can't hide from me. Yeah. I think this will actually overflow, but we'll get what we can in there. Avocado batado. Batadoo? It's too many A's. Yep. Well, that's all we're getting. And we'll just do a couple of fillers. Alright, so now let's have a quick vote here. We've got to pick our character class. You know, maybe take some bonus feats or whatever. So we've got the banker, the blacksmith, the carpenter, the doctor, the farmer, the merchant, the saddle maker, and the teacher. And just to give you guys a quick rundown, it'll affect our bonus score at the end on the unlikely chance that we survive. It will also affect how much starting money we have. Now, the banker, of course, his special advantage is just having money. The doctors allow us to, resist injury, illness, and death a little better. Merchants is just, you're trading less money for a larger bonus. Nothing special there. Same deal with the saddle maker and the teacher. Though I think the teacher is a little bit self-serving, perhaps. And anyway, we've got the blacksmiths and the carpenters, which are identical for reasons. And the farmers, of course, help protect our oxen, but otherwise have a large bonus and no money. The hunting game is very much not the same. We'll have something to say about that in a bit. But we're going to have our first democratic decision here. What occupation should we be? Okay. So I'm seeing a vote for carpenter. I'm sorry I do not have a Christmas album to cut, but we'll get by. All right, we'll move on. All right, and now we're at the general store. We've got 800 smackaroos. We need to buy oxen, clothing, bullets, food, spare wagon wheels, axles, and tongues. Now, as a carpenter, we will be more able to repair the pieces of the wagon that break along the way, but it's still not a guaranteed success. So, what are we getting? We're loading up on oxen, we're loading up on clothing, we're loading up on tongues. So, let me know in the chat how many oxen you want to buy. I am but a humble servant for your whims. Let's see if your decisions can get you there. 4 oxen. Let's actually turn on number lock. I might... Nope, that's not going to work. Alright. We'll do it the old-fashioned way. Alright, so we've got 4 oxen. How not naked do you want us to be? And also, what do you want for spare parts? Toss as much as you can in at once. It'll just take forever if I ask for each one individually. So, while you're making up your mind, let me give you the recommendations from Matt, the store man. He recommends at least 6 oxen to pull our wagon, and we'll need. He also recommends 200 pounds of food for each person. He also recommends 2 sets of clothing per person, and he says ammunition, but doesn't suggest how much. Same deal with the wagon parts. Alright, we've got an indecisive crowd, so let's just plow along then. Alright. We've got 10 sets of clothing, 100 bullets. Oh, well, that's 100. That's right, it's 20 per box, so 5. And we'll take our parts. We'll take enough food to get us to our first hunting trip. That should be plenty, because I know you guys are going to want to hunt all the time. Well, I didn't see you making a suggestion, so hurry. So speak now or forever hold your peace on how many parts we should bring. This is kind of funny. You can see me like staring at the chat off screen. It's like, I'm waiting. Alright, 3 it is. Our next big decision, when do we leave? Our choices are from March to August. If we leave too early, there won't be much grass for the oxen to eat. We could encounter cold weather and some late snowstorms. But if we leave too late, you know, we'll have the other end of winter to contend with before we get to Oregon. May. All right. And as we all rise for our national anthem, Yankee Doodle, apparently on a tuba. So, first things first, we should set our pace and rations. Right now we are on... Actually, we're not necessarily on anything. We've got filling, meager, and bare bones. We're healthier on more rations, but on weaker rations, we go through our foods more slowly. We also have the wagon space to contend with from strenuous is the default. We can go steady to go a little slower, or we can go grueling and really pick it up. But the faster our pace is, the faster we'll travel, but the harder it's going to be on the oxen. And I imagine the harder it's going to be on the wagon parts. But, you know, also a grueling pace, apparently, that's completely wrong, because the only thing it talks about here is, you know, bad health. Okay. So we'll take a quick look at the map. We're all the way down here, and we've got a long way to go, as you might imagine. So let's get going. Yep. Very, very different appearance. We've got our weather report here. We've got these nice animations. I mean, we've got the mouse too. But a lot of things that we only see in the status are right up in front of us in the heads-up display, so that's very helpful. Alright, our health is good. We're stopped at the crossing. So let's see what's going on. With crowds of people waiting to get on the ferry, we could be stranded for days. Hope there's enough graze for all the animals. Not many people carry feed. Including us, that wasn't even an option. I'd rather wait, though, than cross in a rickety wagon boat. Alrighty. So, that's that. Let's see. Can only buy supplies at forts. Alright, we can trade. We can hunt. We can continue. Well, we still got 160 pounds of food. Let's get further away from civilization, do you think? Okay. So, every time we get to a river, we have multiple options. We can attempt to ford the river, which is just basically plowing right through it, as though we're just dry land. One of the things we could do is to caulk the wagon to make it relatively watertight and float it. Some locations you can take a ferry. And other locations you can hire a native as a guide. So, a couple of things to keep in mind as you make your decision is that, you know, how wide the river is. That's more of a concern for conking the wagon because it's, the longer you travel, the higher the chance of the wagon tipping over and like somebody drowning or losing all of your sets of clothing or whatever. And the depth is going to be your challenge rating for fording it. Generally speaking, anything deeper than the what the bottom of the wagon would be is going to be trouble for fording. And in the original game, it was 2.5 feet was the depth of the wagon, but it might be different in this one. It probably isn't 5, but if you tell me to ford, I will ford, because some people just want to watch the world burn. Oh, the ferry. Someone wants to engage in capitalism, taking the easy way out. Just throw money at the problem and automatically win. Well, I hope you're happy. You made it safely across the river. Oh! Everybody was bitten by a snake. And an ox wandered off. Wait, does that mean we're down to 3 ox, or did we have to go get it? No, we just had to go get it. I guess we just lost time there. Yep, so yeah, everybody has a snake bite. Do we want to rest or continue on? Hey, the snake didn't bite him on the river. Once you get off the ferry, they are no longer liable for what happens to you. Alright, well, I will continue on unless I'm told otherwise in the chat. And we'll see how it goes. And we've reached the Big Blue River crossing. Not to be confused with the Winterland River crossing. Alright, let's talk. Well, apparently this prairie is mighty pretty with all the wildflowers and tall grasses, but there's too much of it. I miss not having a town nearby. I wonder how many days until I see a town with a real shops, a church, people. Bear in minding that, shopping was more important than church. Shame, shame, naughty, naughty. Alright, let's check on our status. Everybody still has a snake bite. We can rest up here. We've gone through half our food so far, so maybe some hunting is in order, but as in all things, I am just your humble servant. I am here to advise and to execute your commands, and possibly the local wildlife. Alright, so here's the hunting. There's too many people around. Well, I suppose the Donner Party doesn't happen till much later. Alright, so let's get across the river and then we'll hunt. Okay, so there's no ferry here. So what's your judgment call? It's 239 feet wide and 3.5 feet deep. Don't make me adjust it to metric. It's not going to make a difference. So we can ford the river or we can float. Ford it. Okay. Alright, let's see if 3.5 is shallow enough. Oh, no it's not. Well. Somebody just got hoisted on their own petard. It's okay. They say suicide is painless, brings on many chases, and I can take or leave it if I try. Well. I wonder if we even bothered fishing your body out. Yes, we did. Alright, everybody. Moment of silence for the great decider. Well, thank goodness everybody didn't drown. Alright, well. So, will you be more careful in the future? Oh yes, we have to hunt. So here we go. This is a little more difficult, but we get this nice little crosshair. The bullets move a little slow and they're kind of large for compared to... Ooh, buffalo. It's actually, despite the crosshairs, a little harder to hit things. And the moving is kind of done automatically instead of manually. Like so. I wonder if we'll actually... Do we actually ever get back to the original screen? Nope. Alright. Shot 358 pounds of food. That was a thin bison. But we're only able to carry 200 pounds of food back, which is an improvement over the 100 we were doing last time. Oh no, everybody was bitten by another snake. Oh, we found 3 wagon wheels and an abandoned wagon. That's nice. And now we're at Fort Kearney. So let's talk to the locals. The game is still plentiful along here, but it's getting harder to find. With so many overlanders, I don't expect it to last more than a few years. Folks shoot the game for sport, take a small piece, and let the rest rot in the sun. Well, for some reason the game thinks we can't go back and grab the rest of it, but what do I know? Yep, so not only can we repair our wagon wheels, but we have 6 of them now. Wonder if we can trade any. Well, I can't offer, I can only ask. Oh well. Alrighty. So, did we want to buy anything while we were at the fort? The cost of items gets more expensive each fort that we further away from Missouri. So, you know, while these prices are higher, they only get even higher from here. Was there anything we wanted to get? Alright, more oxen. Alright, that brings us up to 6. Yep, good. Jup didn't steal any this time. Yet. Alright, so if we are ready, let's get rolling. Back on the trail. Wonder what shelf they keep the oxen on in the store. We are slowly but surely making our way to the next landmark. Oh, everybody was bitten by yet another snake. Gonna have to speak to that boy. It is just not working out. Yeah, he's doing all right. I'm beginning to think that he just has a natural immunity. Apparently it's New Year's Day at Chimney Rock. I hear terrible stories about wagon parties running out of food before Oregon. The whole party starving to death. We must check our supplies often. We might not get there as soon as we think. Always plan for the worst, I say. Good advice. Anything you want to do while you're at Chimney Rock? Dio Senrab is still deceased, and everybody's got a steak bite. But also of note, all of the people who have not been killed or bitten are only in fair health instead of good health. Rest the snake bites away. Let's see if that's even possible. We'll try 2 days and see if that's enough. No, it's not. Let's do another 2. We're resting at a strenuous pace. Wow. Yep. That's not enough rest. Perhaps there are other ways we can improve their health. I'll do 2 more days. Get us to the end of May. Alright, well, they're probably feeling better than they did before. Quite possibly. Doom is definitely a thing that happens in this game. Well, shall we move on, or do you want to make other changes in an attempt to improve everyone's health? And I suppose also the other people's health too. Alright, we'll probably have to get away from the landmark if I'm not mistaken. Yep. I said continue, and then hunt. Come on. I am not leading my targets well. You can barely see it, but I got that one. What, nobody but the squirrels want to come near the dead bodies, huh? Okay, that should be enough. Hey, everybody is well again. And, only 159. That's enough to go for now. We'll just hunt later. Didn't really see much big game, and my aim is terrifyingly bad. Yeah, everybody is clearly the tank in this party. And welcome to Fort Laramie, which will later go on to inspire the name of a fake cigarette brand in The Simpsons. So full of history. Be warned, stranger, don't dig a water hole, drink only river water. Salty as the Platte River is, it's better than cholera. We buried my husband last week. Could use some help with his harness if you can spare the time. Yep, alright, so we're all in fair conditions still. This is a fort. We can go shopping. We can rest. We can hunt after we're getting on the road. You know, all the usual things. Any requests? Alrighty. Well, off we go. Everybody has the measles. I'm getting a lot of mileage out of naming that guy Everybody. It's at 3 snake bites and the measles now. Ooh, our health is poor. Do you want to take a time out? Nobody was bitten by a snake. Good news. We're all good. Nobody was bitten by a snake. Alright, let's see how we're doing. We have fair, measles, and snake bite. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, and the dead guy. Alright. Let's rest a couple of days, and I mean, that didn't really work last time. Resting. Time out. Alright, everybody is well again. Oh wait, no, it was just everybody. Nobody still has the steak bite. Yeah, next time it's just gonna be who, what, I don't know. Alright, well, shall we see how, oh, the dead guy's you? I never would have guessed. Alrighty, so do you want to see if nobody's as resilient as everybody, or should we, well, I suppose everybody's different. You know, everybody's special. So maybe we shouldn't take a risk on nobody. Or we can just see what happens. Keep resting or continue. What are you saying? Nobody dying would be great. I mean, it's already too late for that because you know, you kicked the bucket. But, you know, maybe you should learn how to swim. I mean, you drowned in 3.5 feet of water. That's really bad. As I can't even imagine. Oh hey, nobody is well again. Actually, that. Oh, we took the wrong trail. Come on. Oh, getting low on food. You want to hunt? Independence Rock. This is where the founding fathers signed the Declaration of Independence, which is why Independence Rock is 2 months' travel from Independence, Missouri. All makes sense. Goodbye, Platte River. Goodbye, sand hills and white buffalo skulls. Now we climb the Sweetwater Valley to cross the Continental Divide at South Pass. Once across the Rockies, we'll make a steep descent into the Green River Valley. Everybody got that? Good. Alrighty. So here's our status. We're down to 75 pounds of food. Everybody's either in fair health or dead. We will hunt as soon as possible. And Anox is sick. They don't have names though, so we don't have to worry about getting attached. Man, I am a terrible shot in this version. Maybe it just takes more than one shot sometimes. Oh well, that should max us out. Yep. So out of 473, we got 200 pounds. We're down to 70 bullets though. Maybe that'll last us. Probably when planning out the bullet budget, probably did not plan on me being such a terrible shot. Oh, everyone's in poor health, or everybody, or everyone? Yeah. Yeah, it was the bad water. It passed. See what people are talking about around here. Oh, this looks like a different graphic at least. So, you know, retirement age Abraham Lincoln says, "My family and I travel with 40 other families to the Valley of the Great Salt Lake to seek religious freedom. Back east, Mormons are persecuted. In Utah, we'll join together to build a new community, changing desert into farmland." I wonder if that's an anachronism. Was Utah even named Utah then, or was it just, you know, this place nobody was at yet? Who's to say? Alright, did you want to try to trade for some more bullets, because I am just incredibly inefficient at hunting? We've only used 30. And, oh, we're almost halfway. I mean, this part takes a lot longer than this part. I mean, the back end half, you know, it's halfway as the crow flies, but not as the wagon goes. This is probably more like 1/3 of the way. So, and we haven't used up 1/3 of the bullets yet, so maybe we're okay. I mean, we only have 4 mouths to feed now. Alright, let's try topping off. Get back to 100 bullets here. Alright, so nobody's got 30 bullets to spare. Oh, by the way, happy Independence Day. Which we probably should have stayed at Independence Rock in Independence, Missouri to celebrate it, but yeah. Wasn't thinking about that then. Who has 20 bullets? Alright, it's 20 bullets for an Axel, of which we have 3. Is it a deal? Well, is it? Alright, deal! Hopefully you didn't have the good briefcase. Okay. So after trading for the bullets, we have an option that we can go to Fort Bridger to buy supplies, or we can take the shortcut to the Green River. Green River it is. Clearly Dio Senrab can't wait to drown another person. Somebody stop him before he kills again. Oh, avocado badado. I don't remember the rest of that. I am not good at this audience participation thing, clearly. Avocado obababiba. Well, I hope... that guy was bitten by a snake twice. It took me so long to attempt to pronounce the name correctly, he was bitten by a snake again. And Dio Senrab's still dead. Yay. Alrighty. So, at the Green River, let's see, we got $5 to ferry us over the Green River. Those ferrymen will take $100 before breakfast. We'll keep downriver until we find a place to ford our wagon and axles. Axles, wow. Animals. What little money we have left, we'll keep. Alright, well, you can't take it with you. I mean, Dio Senrab sure couldn't. Alright, so let's see what we got here for our status. Food's getting low again. We'll probably have to do another after river hunt, our specialty. Hopefully there'll be something other than snakes to shoot at. Alright, so the river is 400 feet wide and 20 feet deep. I would not recommend fording, but it's up to you. We can also caulk, or we can take the ferry for $5. Oh, we're all in poor condition? Well, that's no good. You want to do something about that? Alright, so 2 days usually isn't enough, so I'll give it a $5. Alright, we're back up to fair, so 5 seems like a better idea than 2. Didn't help the snake bite, though. I guess nobody is everybody. Alright, river is still 20 feet deep. Normally this is supposed to fluctuate from day to day, but we are not that lucky. It is still also 400 feet wide. Yeah, no amount, I would say no amount of rest can help you, but resting is in fact all you do anyway at this point. Yeah, I'm not repeating that. Do they make it safe, or will the vengeful spirit take another life? You made it safely across the river. No water again. Our next landmark's at 128. No water and bad water. Alrighty. You know what? I would imagine it's hunting time, and we are well from snake bites momentarily. Oh, a bear. Alright, that should do it. That's there's no kill like overkill apparently. 697 pounds with 6 bullets. I'm getting more efficient. I'm getting the hang of this. Alrighty, so that's another 200 pounds of food. And away we go. Oh, our health is poor again though. Nobody's hurt. They're just, in generally bad health. I mean, shall we continue like this? Should we change the rations? Should we change our pace? Should we rest or should we press on? Yes, water would be useful, but, we can't make water as easily as we can make food. Alrighty. So. Alrighty. Oh, there's some guy just kicking around on the map, apparently. Oh, hey, we found 44 bullets, 3 wheels, and 2 tongues in an abandoned wagon. But we didn't find water there. Luckily, we're at the springs. This is kind of like the Hefflumps and Woozle song from Winnie the Pooh, but... yeah, all these kids that they're sending us to do work. His job every day is to find wood for the cook fire. Sometimes it's very hard to find enough, so I store extra pieces in a box under the wagon. On the prairie I gathered buffalo chips to burn when there wasn't any wood. The ugly face of child labor in the Old West. Well, we won't have to worry about the filling rations with all of those extra bullets, at least. Yeah, it is a poor kid. I don't know, is like collecting buffalo chips a fate worse than drowning? Tough to judge. We are still in poor health despite the increase in rations. The extra food might be enough by itself to pull us out of our funk, or we could rest. Do we? Alrighty. Trust the process. We'll be coming up to a fort in not even 40 miles. Though an ox wandered off again. And man, this water thing. I mean, it's not even getting to hot out. It's just really barren around here. No water and no grass. That kind of makes sense. Alright, we will skip to the Mailu to Fort Hall. This guy's looking mighty fancy for the West so old it's older than the Old West. Well, friend, this is where we part. I'm bound for California with an imposing desert to cross. Oh, God. Man, you weren't finding water before, you are not getting any now. And you've got the Snake River to cross, which I hear is no picnic. Write us, you or the missus, just as soon as you reach Oregon. All right. So here we are at Fort Hall. There are only 3 forts left in the game after this one. Did you want to buy any supplies while we were here? I mean, the oxen tried to escape, but we always take them back. We don't really know what the status of our oxen are other than existing. Actually, we're in fair condition, but, the rations helped. Oh. Alright, we'll see if we can keep fair. Oh, broken leg. Then we lost the trail, then we had no water. This is a very accident-prone trip. Though, there's only one fatality, so maybe it's not that bad. I can't imagine. Nope, the trail's impassable, and there's no grass for the oxen. So it's not grass blocking the trail. Getting low on food, though, so while we're stuck here, see if there's something to eat. Ah, got him! I heard the sound effect. Alright. That should do it. 721 pounds of food. Alright, we don't have the skinny buffalo anymore. Alright, it's August. We gotta keep rolling. Come on. Alright, now we're moving again. And we were stuck for 6 days. And we're back to poor health, because we're constantly waylaid with no water. Well, it's right over here, don't you see it? Oh yeah, the temperature hasn't been that bad the whole time, though. Hey, nobody has a broken leg, we're good. Right, and the theme of Snake River Crossing appears to be Shenandoah. Whoops. Oh well. I mean, that wasn't anything important anyway. See that wild river? That's the Snake. Many a craft's been swamped in her foaming rapids. Her waters travel all the way to Oregon. We'll be crossing her soon, and then again after Fort Boise. Take care at the crossing. So, Snake River, it might bite you again. Alrighty. So we can attempt to ford the river. We can conk the wagon and float it. It's 1,000 feet wide and 6 feet deep. And we can also hire a native to assist us for 3 sets of clothing. Considering that 2 of them belong to a dead person, it's not really that expensive for us. All right, we're going to enact this job creating measure. All right, so the native has advised us to conk the wagon, and it looks like we arrived safely. And everybody has the measles again. All right, so this is what we're looking at here. We've now achieved very poor health. We've got 2 broken legs and the measles. Should we do something about this? And no, we can't hire a native again. That. Okay, we'll rest. We'll rest. This will take us just about to the end of August. We've got about 550 miles to go before we are at the fertile Willamite Valley. Alright. Well, we've slightly increased. Our chat guest has healed their broken leg, and our condition has been upgraded to poor. We're running low on food again, though. So we can rest some more, we can get some more food and increase the rations. It's hunting time, you say. Oh, looks like we have grass again. That's a plus. Let's see, there's no game here. Got a rabbit. That might be the only thing I get this time. There we go. That's a big one. Yeah, and they don't move fast either. Still didn't max out. Alright. Moving right along. Footloose and fancy free. Oh, everybody died. Total party kill. We killed everybody. Pour one out. Well, it's everybody, so pour a lot of them out. That's right. Everyone is with Diocenrab now. Nobody got sick and died. That was out of nowhere. Yep, you can have the measles for like a week before you die, but if you just get sick, it's like that. Yep. So, nobody isn't with us. Yep. This is a hard one to use here. Because I've already done the, oh hey, it's nobody. We're fine. Yeah, that's the only joke you really get out of it. Should have done somebody. That would have worked better. Oh well. So we have very poor, dead, dead, dead. So yeah, I think maybe we should do a couple of things here. We'll go to filling, and then maybe we should rest off that very poor. I'm just saying. Because we're just going to suddenly get sick and die. Also, just like nobody did. And we'll probably get more out of the rest having changed the rations to filling beforehand. Alright. Our condition has been improved to not quite dead yet. Though it's September and we've got 500 miles to go. Our health is fair, though. That was a big improvement over 5 days as we were eating. Oh, another snake bite. Fort Boise apparently is on top of Old Smoky. You'll never get your wagon over the Blue Mountains, mister. Leave it. Cross with your goods over with pack animals. Get yourself a couple of good mules. Pieces of wagons litter the trail, left by them folks who don't heed good advice. Well. We'll take the wagon anyway. It's not like we have a choice. Yeah, we haven't needed to repair anything yet, despite having our superpower for fixing wagon parts. Alright, this, I believe, is the, yep, one of the last forts. Is there anything we want to buy? We're good otherwise, so... That's right, we're not going to run out of food anytime soon because, you know, nobody isn't eating it anymore. Whoa! Our wagon caught fire. It destroyed 50... How do you destroy bullets in a fire? It couldn't possibly have gotten hot enough to melt... We lost 2 wheels, an axle, and almost all of our food. I'm assuming you want me to hunt, right? Assuming we even have bullets left. Yes, we have 58 bullets. We totally could hunt. Not a lot of grass around here, though. Oh, so what are these supposed to be? Elk? That should be plenty. 1,099 in 5 bullets. Man, when it's good, it's really good, but we only still carried 200 pounds of food back. Yeah, okay, so apparently there's a lot more meat on those elk or moose or whatever they are than there is on the bear. Rough trail. No grass for the oxen. Now I can plainly see that. Oh, wild fruit. Hopefully those don't catch fire either. Again with a rough trail. Again with the no water. There's like no water anywhere. Ah, broken arm. It's probably easier to get by with a broken leg. Alright, there's only one limb they haven't broken yet. So let's see if they let's see if we can complete the the cycle. Ooh, look at that. We actually fixed a broken wagon part. It was all worth it. So here we are, the Grand Road. Oh hey, it's that one again. We follow the edge of the desert from Fort Boise to the forbidding wall of the Blue Mountains. That almost sounds Tolkienian, but it doesn't quite get there. The hills were dreadful steep, locking both wheels and coming down slow. We got down safe. Poor animals, no grass or water for days. Alrighty. Guess we're going on autopilot until Denocenerab gets back, unless anybody else wants to take command here. I see a couple of lurkers in there. Couple of few. Alright, well, knowing Denocenerab, he'd want to send us to another, he'd want to send us to the water as quickly as possible to attempt to drown somebody else, so we'll do that. And we'll have one last hunting trip, because I think we might make it. Just in case. Alright, now one of them was fine. Health is back to poor again, but we'll trust the rations. We're assuming that's just from the water, or the not water. Oh. Oh! Yeah, the second you get back, we have another... we have another, all of a sudden, mysterious got sick and died. Nobody catches an illness here other than the measles. Ugh. But we reached the Dales. Yay! So, we can take the Barlow Toll Road, or we can raft down the river. So I think they still have the rafting minigame in this one. But I'm not sure, because I've never actually rafted down in this version before. The Barlow Toll Road provides additional opportunities for our last survivor to suddenly get sick and die for no reason. Alright, it's raft. Alright, let's read up on this. The final leg of your journey is a trip down the Columbia River, beginning at the Dales and ending at the fertile Williamite Valley, where the Willamite River flows into the Columbia. You've built a raft and loaded your wagon supplies and oxen aboard. Use the mouse to steer the raft down the river. You can steer to the left and the right by moving the mouse in those directions. Moving the mouse up and down and clicking has no effect. The Columbia River is very rough in spots with lots of rocks. If there's been a lot of rain recently, the river level is higher and rocks won't be as much of a problem. But if there hasn't been much rain, which is common since eastern Oregon is a dry region, yeah, that's why I never have water, you'll see more rocks on the river. Try to avoid those rocks. There's something to send to that VG advisor on Twitter. If your raft hits a rock, it may be damaged and you may lose some supplies. Your raft may even tip over or be destroyed, and lives may be lost. I'm sure one of you's just counting on that. This sounds like it'll be deadly. Let's begin rafting. Here's our status here. Oh, there's a rock. There's another rock. Is this far enough over? Yes, it is. Alright, let's get back to center. Evasive maneuvers. Oh well, we're halfway there already. I guess it has been rainy, just not on our trail. Not exactly giving me challenging rock patterns either. They're having mercy on us. Uh-oh. I have to thread that needle. This is kind of anachronistic. It's just one person. The only reason I... That's terrible. Oh god, that's terrible. Now, this is interesting. Clothing's worth double points. I'm not sure how we'd get there without a wagon, though. October 2nd. Yay! Alright, let's see where on the default list of legends that 900 and... what, 60 points can land us? We just have to get through the attract mode a little bit. Anytime. There we go. Wow, that was good enough for 7th place. Oh, that was rough.